The woman who destroyed my life just walked into my office for a job interview. She doesn't recognize me yet. But in exactly 30 seconds, when she realizes who I am, everything she knows about karma is about to become very, very real. I watch her through the glass walls of my corner office. Victoria Chen. 5 years older, but somehow even more beautiful than I remember. Her dark hair is shorter now, professional. The confidence she wore like armor back then has been replaced by something else, desperation, maybe. She's early for the interview, sitting in the waiting area, smoothing her skirt with trembling hands. She has no idea who owns this company. Mr. Blackwood will see you now, my assistant Sarah announces. I've been Marcus Blackwood for 3 years now. New identity, new fortune, new life. But I was born Daniel Wright, the man Victoria Chen sent to prison for a murder I didn't commit. The door opens. Our eyes meet. And I watch the exact moment her world shatters. Her portfolio drops from her hands, papers scattering across my office floor. The color drains from her face like someone pulled a plug. Daniel, she whispers. It's Marcus now, I say calmly, leaning back in my leather chair. Please, sit down, Ms. Chen. We have a lot to discuss about your employment prospects. She stumbles backward, hitting the door. This isn't possible. You're supposed to be in prison. I finish for her. Serving 25 to life for killing Richard Castellano? Yes, that was the plan, wasn't it? I stand slowly, buttoning my suit jacket. DNA evidence exonerated me 18 months ago. Turns out the real killer left his blood at the scene. Funny how these things work out. But what she doesn't know is that I'm the one who found that evidence. And I'm the one who's been systematically destroying her life ever since. I should leave, Victoria says, reaching for the door handle. You could, I agree. But then you'll never know why I approved your application. Out of 200 candidates, some with far better credentials, I specifically requested you for this final interview. That stops her. She turns slowly, mascara starting to smudge under her eyes. Why? Because you need this job desperately, don't you? I walk to the window, hands in my pockets. Let me guess, nowhere else will hire you. Your marketing degree from Princeton means nothing when every background check shows you were the star witness in a murder trial. When your testimony put an innocent man behind bars. Her voice cracks. I didn't know you were innocent. I testified to what I saw. You testified to what he told you to say, I interrupt, spinning around. Richard Castellano. Your boyfriend. The man who actually committed the murder and convinced you to frame me for it. I loved him, she whispers, and something dark twists in my chest. I loved someone too, I say quietly. My mother died while I was in prison. Heart attack. She never stopped believing in my innocence, and the stress killed her. I didn't get to say goodbye. I let that hang in the air between us. So here's my offer, Victoria. I'm hiring you as my executive assistant. Salary, $180,000 a year. Benefits. The whole package. Her eyes widen. You're hiring me? There are conditions. I return to my desk, pulling out a contract. You work directly for me. Only for me. Your performance reviews will be frequent and thorough. And you will do exactly what I say, when I say it, without question. Think of it as penance. She's shaking now. This is about revenge. This is about justice, I correct her. You took 5 years of my life. Now I own however many I choose to take from yours. Sign the contract, or walk out that door and face the eviction notice waiting at your apartment. Your choice. She picks up the pen. And I realize revenge might taste sweeter than I ever imagined. Victoria's first day is a masterclass in psychological warfare. Coffee, I say at 7 a.m., not looking up from my computer. Black, 2 sugars. And I need the Henderson files on my desk in 10 minutes. She's wearing a conservative gray suit, her hair pulled back severely. She looks like she didn't sleep. Good. The Henderson files are in archives. It'll take at least 30. Then I suggest you run. She does. She actually runs, heels clicking frantically down the hallway. I time her. She makes it back in 11 minutes, breathless, coffee sloshing slightly over the rim of the cup. But when she sets it down, I notice her hands have steadied. She's not broken yet. The day continues. I have her reorganize my filing system twice. Sit through a 4-hour meeting taking notes. Retype a 20-page report because I don't like the font. By 8 p.m., everyone else has gone home. We're alone on the executive floor. You can go, I tell her. She pauses at the door, exhausted. Why are you really doing this, Daniel? Marcus, I correct automatically. Why? She presses. If you wanted revenge, you could have destroyed me from a distance. Ruined my credit, my reputation. Why keep me close? I look at her then, really look at her. Her suit is wrinkled, her perfect composure cracked, but there's still that fire in her eyes. The same fire I saw 7 years ago when I first met her at Richard's party. Before everything went to hell. Because I want you to understand what you took from me, I say finally. Every single day. She nods slowly. Then you should know something. Richard told me you were dangerous. That you threatened him. That you were obsessed with me and killed his business partner out of jealousy. And you believed him. I saw you there, she bursts out. At the warehouse that night. I saw you arguing with Thomas Castellano just hours before he was killed. I was trying to warn him, I say quietly. I'd discovered Richard was embezzling from their company. I told Thomas. And Richard killed him for it, then set me up perfectly. He knew I'd been there. Knew you'd seen me. Her face goes white. No. Get some rest, Victoria. Tomorrow's going to be another long day. But as she leaves, I catch her wiping tears from her eyes. And for the first time, I wonder if revenge will cost me more than it costs her. 3 weeks in, something shifts. Victoria is good at her job, exceptional, actually. She anticipates my needs, handles difficult clients with grace, and runs my schedule like a military operation. The other employees respect her. My business partner, James, actually said she's the best assistant I've ever had. Which makes it harder to remember I'm supposed to hate her. It's late Thursday night. We're preparing for a presentation to a major investor. Victoria's been working for 14 hours straight. Take a break, I tell her. I'm fine. You're dead on your feet. There's a couch in the conference room. 20 minutes. That's an order. She looks at me strangely, then complies. I should feel victorious, I'm controlling every aspect of her life. But instead, I feel protective. It's disturbing. I walk to the conference room 20 minutes later to wake her. She's curled up on the couch, her suit jacket draped over her like a blanket. In sleep, she looks younger. Vulnerable. Like the girl I used to see at Richard's parties, the one who laughed at my jokes and touched my arm when she talked. I'd been falling for her, back then. Before she destroyed everything. Victoria, I say softly, touching her shoulder. She jerks awake, disoriented. For a moment, before she remembers where she is, who I am, she smiles at me. That same smile from 7 years ago. Then reality crashes back, and the walls go up. I'm sorry, she says quickly, standing. The presentation is ready. You finished it before you fell asleep. I hand her a bottle of water. Go home. That's not a suggestion. Marcus, she stops, swallows. Thank you. Those 2 words hit me harder than 5 years in prison. The next morning, I find a coffee on my desk. Black, 2 sugars, but she's added a chocolate croissant from the French bakery 2 blocks away. The one I mentioned, once, in passing, 3 weeks ago. She remembered. I call her into my office. What's this? An apology, she says carefully. For yesterday. For falling asleep on company time. You don't need to apologize. I do. For a lot of things. Her eyes meet mine. I know you don't want to hear this, but I need to say it. I'm sorry, Daniel. Marcus. I'm sorry for what I did to you. I was young and stupid and so desperately in love with the wrong man that I couldn't see what he really was. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I need you to know. The words I've been waiting 5 years to hear. So why do they feel hollow? He called me, Victoria tells me 2 weeks later. We're at a business dinner, representing the company to potential clients. She's wearing a navy dress that makes her look stunning, and I've spent the entire evening trying not to notice. The dinner ended an hour ago. Now we're sitting at the bar, and she's on her second glass of wine. Who called you? I ask, though I already know. Richard. Her hand trembles around the glass. He's getting out. Everything stops. What? My voice is dangerously quiet. He made parole. Good behavior. He'll be released in 3 weeks. She laughs bitterly. The man who actually committed murder gets out in 7 years. You served 5 for something you didn't do. I signal the bartender for something stronger. Whiskey. Neat. What did he want? To see me. He says he's changed. That prison transformed him. That he wants to make amends. She turns to me, and her eyes are haunted. I told him to go to hell. Good. But he won't stop, Marcus. You don't know him like I do. He's obsessive. Possessive. He'll come after me. And when he finds out I work for you. She trails off, but we both know what she means. He'll come after me too. Let him come, I say coldly. I'm not the same man he framed. I'm not powerless anymore. Neither am I. Victoria straightens her spine. I have a confession. The day I interviewed with you, I recorded our conversation. Every word. You admitting you approved my application specifically. Talking about revenge. I've been documenting everything, just in case you decided to. She waves her hand vaguely. I don't know. Destroy me completely. I should be angry. Instead, I'm impressed. Smart. I learned from the best. The irony isn't lost on either of us. But I'm deleting it. All of it. You could have humiliated me. Hurt me. Instead, you gave me a chance to prove myself. To be better than the person who betrayed you. I don't understand it, but I'm grateful. Don't be grateful, I say roughly. This was supposed to be about making you suffer. Was? She asks softly. And I don't have an answer. The truth is, somewhere between the coffee runs and late nights and watching her rebuild her life under my watch, the hatred has burned away. What's left is more complicated. More dangerous. Come home with me, I say suddenly. Victoria's eyes widen. What? Not like that. I mean, I run a hand through my hair, frustrated. If Richard's getting out, you're not safe at your apartment. He knows where you live. My penthouse has security. Guards. Cameras. You can stay in the guest room until we figure this out. Why would you protect me? She whispers. Because I'm falling for you. Again. Still. Despite everything. But I can't say that. So I say nothing at all. Living with Victoria is torture. She's respectful of my space, quiet in the mornings, always cleaning up after herself. She works from the guest room when we're both home, never intrusive. It should be fine. But I'm hyper-aware of her presence. The sound of her shower running. The smell of her shampoo in the hallway. The way she curls up on my couch at night, reading case files in an oversized sweater, glasses perched on her nose. She looks like she belongs here. And that terrifies me. 1 week into the arrangement, I wake up at 3 a.m. to sounds from the living room. I find Victoria standing by the floor-to-ceiling windows, arms wrapped around herself, staring at the city lights. Nightmare? I ask. She jumps. I'm sorry. Did I wake you? No. I join her at the window. Can't sleep. I keep thinking about the trial. Your face when the verdict was read. You looked right at me, and I saw something in your eyes die. Her voice breaks. I killed that part of you. The part that trusted people. That believed in love. And I've spent 7 years living with that. You didn't pull the trigger, I say quietly. Richard did. But I believed him over you. Even though, she stops. Even though what? Even though I felt it too, she whispers. I turn to her. Felt what? That night at Richard's party. Before everything. You made a joke about the pretentious art on his walls, and I laughed so hard I snorted champagne. You looked at me like I was the most fascinating person in the room. And I felt it. That spark. That possibility. Tears slide down her cheeks. I went home that night and Googled you. Found out you were Richard's business rival. And I convinced myself it was manipulation. That you were using me to get to him. But the truth was, I was terrified of what I felt. So I chose the safe option. I chose Richard. And I destroyed us both. My heart is pounding. Victoria. I don't expect anything from you, she says quickly. I know what I did is unforgivable. I just needed you to know that I didn't just take 5 years of your life. I took my own happiness too. Because every day since then, I've wondered what we could have been. I should walk away. This is manipulation, it has to be. But when I look in her eyes, all I see is truth. I hired you because I wanted you to suffer, I admit. But somewhere along the way, I started looking forward to seeing you every morning. Started making excuses to keep you late at the office. Started caring if you were eating enough, sleeping enough. It's fucked up. It's complicated, she corrects. It's impossible. You testified against me. How do I forgive that? You don't, she says simply. But maybe we figure out how to move forward anyway. I'm standing too close to her now. Close enough to see the gold flecks in her brown eyes. Close enough to smell her perfume. This is a terrible idea. The worst, she agrees. I kiss her anyway. The next 3 days are a blur of stolen moments. Kissing Victoria in my office after everyone leaves. Her falling asleep against my shoulder on the couch. Cooking dinner together and pretending this could be normal. But nothing about us is normal. And then Richard shows up. He gets past building security by claiming to be her brother. Makes it all the way to my office door before security catches up. By then, Victoria and I are standing face to face with her past. Richard Castellano looks different. Thinner, harder, with prison tattoos creeping up his neck. But his eyes are the same, cold, calculating, dangerous. Well, he says, looking between us. Isn't this cozy? My girl and my full guy, playing house. I'm not your girl, Victoria says firmly. I was never your girl. I was your victim. He laughs. Victim? Baby, you helped me pin a murder on this asshole. That makes you an accomplice. My blood runs cold. What did you say? Oh, did she not tell you? Richard's smile is poison. Victoria didn't just testify to what she saw. She helped me stage the evidence. The text messages from your phone to Thomas. The witness who claimed to hear you threaten him. That was all Victoria's idea. She was smarter than I gave her credit for. I turned to Victoria. Her face has gone ashen. Marcus, no. Is it true? My voice sounds distant to my own ears. She's crying now. I didn't understand what we were doing. Richard told me it was to protect us. That you were dangerous. That Thomas had attacked me and you'd killed him defending me. I thought we were covering up self-defense, not framing an innocent man for murder. By the time I realized the truth, you were already convicted. And I was terrified. Richard said if I recanted, we'd both go to prison. So you let me rot instead. I was weak, she shouts. I was stupid and scared and 23 years old, and I made the worst decision of my life. But I've paid for it every single day since. Do you think I don't know what I am? I'm a coward. A liar. You're mine, I interrupt. And the words surprise us both. Richard's face darkens. Excuse me? She's mine now, I repeat, stepping between them. Under my protection. My employ. And if you come near her again, I'll make sure the parole board learns about this little confession you just made. Admitting to framing me? Coercing Victoria? They'd love that. You're recording this. Richard realizes. I tap my phone in my pocket. Every word. Now get the fuck out of my building before I have you arrested for trespassing. Security hauls him away, still shouting threats. When the door closes, Victoria collapses against my desk. Why did you do that? She whispers. You heard what he said. I helped frame you. You should hate me even more now. I agree. But the thing about revenge, Victoria? It doesn't actually make you feel better. It just makes you bitter. I kneel in front of her, taking her hands. You were 23 and manipulated by a sociopath. I was 28 and too proud to see I was being set up. We were both victims of Richard Castellano. So what happens now, she asks. Now we take him down, I say. Together. That recording? That's enough to violate his parole and reopen my case. With your full testimony about his manipulation, we can put him back in prison where he belongs. And us? Her voice is small. After that. I pull her to her feet, cupping her face in my hands. After that, we figure out how to build something real. Something not based on revenge or guilt or past mistakes. Think we can do that? She kisses me instead of answering. And for the first time in 5 years, I feel something other than anger. I feel hope. 2 years later. The courtroom is packed. Richard Castellano, charged with murder, obstruction of justice, and witness tampering, sits stone-faced as the verdict is read. Guilty on all counts. Victoria's hand finds mine under the table. She testified for 6 hours yesterday, laying bare every detail of Richard's manipulation. It was brutal. She cried. But she didn't break. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarm us. Ms. Chen, do you regret your previous testimony? Every day, Victoria says clearly. I let fear make me complicit in an innocent man's imprisonment. I can't undo that. But I can make sure the truth is finally known. And your relationship with Mr. Blackwood? Some are calling it Stockholm Syndrome. Some people don't understand the difference between revenge and redemption, I interrupt, putting my arm around Victoria. No more questions. We drive to the cemetery in silence. At my mother's grave, Victoria places fresh flowers. I'm sorry I never got to meet her, she says softly. Sorry for what my choices cost you both. She would have liked you, I tell her honestly. She always believed people deserved second chances. Do you believe that? Victoria asks. I think about the past 2 years. Victoria working tirelessly to help exonerate me. The nights we spent going through evidence, building the case against Richard. The slow, careful way we learned to trust each other. The moment I asked her to move in, for real this time. The ring in my pocket that I'm planning to give her next month. I believe in you, I say finally. That's enough. As we walk back to the car, Victoria stops me. You know what the worst part was? All those years, I thought I'd killed the part of you that could love. But you never lost it. You just protected it until you found someone worth the risk. And did I? I ask. She smiles, that same smile from 7 years ago, but wiser now. And ask me again in 50 years. I kiss her there, in the cemetery where my old life ended. Because sometimes revenge isn't about destroying your enemy. Sometimes it's about building something so beautiful from the ashes that they can't touch it. Victoria framed me for murder. Now she's the love of my life. And that's the best revenge of all. True revenge isn't making them suffer. It's becoming so successful, so happy, so completely at peace that their betrayal becomes irrelevant. Subscribe for more stories about second chances, redemption, and love that conquers even the darkest past.